Oh, it's so happy. Yay. Like Hello Kitty happy.
Before we see Wiki Miki, we wanted to let you know that we were able to make today's video thanks to our sponsor, Skillshare.
Did you rhyme we see to rhyme
Before
with?
we see Wiki Miki.
Oh.
If you don't know what Skillshare is, it's an online learning platform with structured video lessons on thousands of topics, from music to cooking to sports and more.
As a student, I crave structure. As a teacher, I crave awesome deals. With Skillshare, you get both.
An annual subscription to Skillshare Premium is less than $10 a month, which, in our opinion, is a really good deal for the amount of things you can learn in just 1 month using Skillshare.
The first 1,000 of you to sign up using the link in the description will get a free trial to Skillshare Premium. Thank you, Skillshare. All right, let's go get to reacting.
Are you ready to be dazzled by these girls?
Yes! Dazzle me.
Those are literally the lyrics. Dazzle me, dazzle me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There you go. It was meant to be. I was meant to be dazzled.
You two are now reacting to the girl group Wiki Miki and their 2020 release, Dazzle Dazzle. Dazzle Dazzle is a playful, teasing song that demonstrates Wiki Miki's dazzling and confident charms. The lyrics dare the boys to try to win them over by being more creative and to dazzle them with their love confessions. The song is composed...
Come, boys.
You distracted me!
So sorry!
The song is composed by Stain Boys and Anna Timgren.
Damn, I gotta step it up.
Yeah, they're telling the boys, like, step it up, get creative, come on.
Oh my god, wait, I like this. Guys need to be more creative.
What did I do wrong?
This is a song for the girls.
Yeah, this is for
What have I done
the
wrong?
girls. Okay.
I can enjoy something for the girls.
That just sounds
Excuse
so
me?
wrong.
That does sound a little bit wrong.
No, it doesn't.
Oh,
I got
now,
the
now
hair
are you
down.
one of us now that
I'm
you
one
looked
of
at
you.
your hair?
I'm one of you.
I like the message. Let's see what it's all about.
You ready?
Yep.
3, 2.
I like the pops. I already like that.
Why does it sound like bubbles?
Yes!
That was a dazzling opening.
Cool beat.
I feel like they're like planing chords.
They're jumping around
Yeah.
everywhere.
Is this Mixolydian? Because this mode is definitely not normal.
Oh, it's so happy. Yay. Like Hello Kitty happy.
It's my jam. Mixture, a major up, minor down.
Oh wow, these harmonies are everything.
There's vocal harmony, I think, on every note.
I think you're right.
Every sung note.
I think you're right. I didn't even catch that. Wow. Even their spoken stuff has harmonies.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Triplet.
Oh.
A little minor. Ha, ha, ha.
Nice counter melody on there. Kind of sounds like Club Penguin.
We totally harmonically and stylistically shifted.
I have fallen in love.
So they went to
Very slowly.
A minor, from G major to A minor.
Okay, we're back to the
Oh,
MIDI trumpet.
the chromaticism really hits.
Come on, dazzle me.
I love the dazzle me.
Yeah.
The up.
Syncopation.
He got her. This Mr. Smiley Man got her at the end.
That was fun.
I feel dazzled.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yes.
You dazzled me.
Oh my god, I like this. This is the anthem for the girls. Just their voices are so soft.
Could they start with boom, 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 boom? And then they add in.
Yeah, that sound. I really like that sound.
So,
Himiola?
isn't that dotted quarter against quarter? Ba, ba, ba. No. What is that?
It was 3 dotted quarters. So like, so it's like a 2-bar phrase, which is cool. Hides the middle of the bar line, but then they have the backbeat still keeping it in, so you still feel it. It's like something that is done a lot, but it's cool. And then when it goes into the chorus, they completely get rid of that. It's just like 4 on the floor, like almost a disco beat. And then they go into like another syncopated beat right after that. I remember that was like a good transition between the straight 4 on the floor and the full-on middle of the phrase obscured. That's what I thought was cool.
There was like a weird section though, like the bridge. It went to like, I know it changed like keys or like modalities, but it was just like a weird transition. I just don't think it like fit the next section.
Yeah, the bridge, it was definitely a big step out. So the harmonies were pretty cool, especially the bridge transition and using the common tones of like the third from the regular key to sort of get back into it and change the bass to get bum, bum, bum to bring us back into whatever it was, G. I was just listening to the chorus. It kind of, I really like flat 7 to 1 in like a sort of a backdoor 2-5, although they did like flat 6, flat 7 to 1. And also the melody, how they did ba 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 da da. And then when they did, I really liked the open fifths of it. I think it gave a different character. Just hearing like that sort of sound is something that you just wouldn't hear very often. And I think that was a cool sound.
What musically did you like get those happy vibes
Happiness?
from?
Oh, I thought it was from that really like the high, I think it's like the synthesizer.
The high frequency stuff.
Yes, those.
Yeah.
And I could really, in my head, I could see those like really up high, like physically like really high up there. It's kind of like, it's kind of like the voices from like the sky, like the blue sky and like rainbows and like, ooh, like happy people on the rainbows just like singing and hyping it up kind of a thing. I also thought this isn't my very favorite, although the melodies, yeah, what they're singing is really catchy, and that's what makes it like fun to just maybe listen to. But towards the end, I was thinking, oh, it's a bit repetitive. Although I thought that the middle section, when the texture, not the texture, but the mood completely changed, was really unexpected. That was really cool.
So you were saying, what are they going for? What is this vibe? What musical elements made it seem confusing?
I just thought that in terms at least of what I've been exposed to in terms of K-pop girl groups, you have like the cutesy bubbly, you have the cutie ones, you have like the badass chicks, you have the like more like on the sexy side of things, and then there's a mix of either of those 4 that can happen. But never have you just had this like cutesy bubbles to cutesy to bubbles to more like down in the beat kind of feeling to then back to bubbles, and I'm just like the Powerpuff Girls but all in one. Is what this makes me think of.
I like.
Yeah, I'm curious. As someone without
synesthesia, English
this is
hard.
like a super colorful song. What colors?
Yeah, it's more like.
So a bunch of little.
So like it just is like all over here and it's all over here and we're like in one color scheme and then learn another and they don't ever like mesh with one another. Yeah.
Maybe that's why I like it. Because I have a terribly short attention span, so it keeps me fresh. This is one of those songs that I listened to the first couple of seconds and I immediately knew I would like this.
I like it. Yeah.
And this is going on a running playlist, a driving playlist, or whatever.
Did you want to figure out the harmony on the piano?
Yeah, what is that? Bum, 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 bum. 3 1s, 5 7 down. Bum, 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 bum. Why does this keep happening, Emma? Why is it always when I think something in K-pop sounds like, what was that harmony? It's literally just a parallel major to a parallel minor. Why does that always happen? Why is it every single time I think is like, oh, this is some wild harmony, it ends up just being, and somehow that blows my mind.
Because it sounds cool, and we're trained to only understand when it goes to relative rather than parallel.
We talk about this in so many of our videos, so many of them. We go from 1, and all the diatonic chords with this one key. You have major 1, minor 2, minor 3, major 4, major 5th, minor 6, diminished 7th, and then major 1 again. So when you use something that's not in there, like, and choose a scale and choose a chord from that, that's called modal mixture.
Okay, I like when people use minor 4s in their choruses. So when it went from like G major to C minor. Here. Yeah, right there. Like that just like feels so, you feel that in, you feel that. Oh! Yeah, like just going from like that, just like, you feel that right there. And I feel as though it adds more
dazzle.
Yeah, it adds dazzle. It also adds sort of character in the way where it's like, okay, major 4, 1 major 4 going somewhere, that's cool, but there's like colors to that shimmer. It's not just like shimmer, but like gray. I like the slow section. Yeah, it was nice and shimmery. There was just a lot of glossiness in this song, and I enjoyed that. It just felt, yeah, I had fun.
Something that stood out to me too is the coming out of the slow section, like I'll call it maybe the pre-chorus towards the end, when it's building, it like repeats twice, and the first time it was like, it almost sounded the same as before, but they took some part of the instrumentation out. I don't know, just layering makes a big difference, because then there was room to grow and build.
This is the exact kind of K-pop song that I hope is released like almost every month. Like, this is what I look forward to in the K-pop industry. There's just so many different sound effects, so many stylistic changes between each section, but the most important thing is that melody, those harmonies. Kevin was talking about the different, the fact that they're switching between major and minor and jumping to different intervals that you don't really expect to happen. And that just made me so excited, and my brain feels alive, and I just want to go back in and re-listen and re-listen and re-listen, because I'll just have so much fun picking it apart and noticing more things as I go back to it.
Yeah, for first listen, this was really engaging, and what I really like about K-pop songs like this is that they have relatively short run times, but it always feels fuller. It feels like a 3.5 minute, 4 minute experience. You know, this song has a lot of chromaticism, which is like semitones and notes kind of crawling up and down, but I like that it doesn't make itself known. There are some songs where they kind of try a little too hard to make them, like, you know, to dazzle us, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, not written for us, but like...
Dazzle the audience.
Yeah, to dazzle the audience. But this one, I kind of had to really search for them. I'm like, oh, they're there, but they fit the mood so well. They fit all the crazy... stylistic and harmonic and instrumental shifts so well that I could turn my brain off while listening to it, as well as analyze it, like a really crunchy type of analysis if I want to.
I think another thing that I really loved about this song was the way that the vocals interacted with the instruments, because sometimes the da 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 was in unison with what the instruments were doing, and at other times, like they completely removed the instruments just for the hook, like the dazzle me, what? And so therefore it really pushes and pulls your attention.
Yeah.
And it is able to like drive you to exactly what the songwriters want you to pay attention to.
That's what? Antecedent, consequent. Great phrasing right there. I am going to now go through this and make up things that I like about it. Nerd! Because I like it. Isn't that what this channel's about?